This is not the Nets. Their ownership doesn't have $70 billion, okay? The second thing is the rules have come into play that really makes it hard for teams like the Bucks to build out their roster. It is not a guarantee that...
If you're Giannis, don't you see these commercials now with Giannis? You see Giannis doing little commercials? Then he got to go back to Milwaukee. And instead of playing in Tinseltown or playing in the Big Apple, playing in the Mecca, or playing in a major market, or what have you, he got to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Drew Holiday was his teammate, obviously did an exceptional job this regular season, then ran into Jimmy Buckets, and it was a different animal. Chris Middleton hasn't looked the same since his injury. Brook Lopez looked really damn good during the regular season, and then came playoff time, he looked as slow as a snail, even though he had one game where he dropped 36 points. And I don't understand how Budenholzer didn't have it in the game on that game win in Milwaukee when Jimmy Buckets sit up there and pushed off and put in that game time basket. My only point in saying all of that is to say this.
You have the team that had the best record in the league. Are they going to have the same team? Are they going to lay out hundreds of millions, including in taxes, for Middleton and Lopez? I don't know. Is Giannis going to extend? I don't know. And that uncertainty is what the league is watching right now. The New York Knicks, for example, they got 97% of their attention on the Miami Heat. 3% of their attention on Milwaukee. What's going on over there? What's going on over there? And now, I was in Cleveland with LeBron James. LeBron James was a non-renewable resource for Cleveland. When he walks out the door, he's not coming back. In Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a non-renewable resource. When he leaves, when Kareem left, they didn't go back to the finals for over 40 years. So I would say that the Bucks might do everything they possibly said, I think I'm going to get out, even though I might be passing up the opportunity to hold the trophy in a couple of months. And that was a very important thing that happened. Why did he do that? Why did Mark Lazary sell? Well, number one, he got a great price. He got $3.2 billion valuation. He bought the team 10 years ago for $700. That's a tremendous cash out to Jimmy Haslam. But look, NBA teams go up in value. The idea that you sell after a decade and make good money isn't breaking. One of the big reasons he sold was because he saw a storm cloud on the horizon with this team. And the first clap of thunder just happened. They had to fire Mike Budenholzer because they realized how much of a precarious situation that they're in, and Budenholzer had to take the fall after the way they went out in the first round. They have two free agents, assuming that Chris Middleton is going to opt out of his contract for next year, which all signs point to. They have two free agents in their 30s that they have to deal with.
Durant wore size 12 instead of size 13. You know, I think they would have won a championship. Brooklyn, you know, what you're able to benefit from. There's no question that if you're Giannis, you're thinking about that. And if it ain't L.A., it's New York. I don't rule out
these games. If they come out of this 3-1, they got it. If they come out of it 2-2, we're in for a fight, and I like the chances for the Warriors. I think they pour out their energy with LeBron and AD over the weekend in L.A.
So that's what you're looking at. You're looking at the two games as a set. If one of these teams can take both of those games, you say it's over.
I think the Warriors come back 2-2. They're sitting pretty.
Can they pour out their energy and get the results you want?
That's what they did against Memphis. Game one, they win.
Memphis winning?
Game two.
And I love Memphis. I know I love Memphis.
I know, but that's their strategy. That's their strategy. I mean, it wasn't like they were trying. Last night, like as CJ said, he could see it. For me, it was when Tristan won the game. Our colleague here yesterday. That's when I knew it was over. But CJ could see it. He's
the thing, Wendy. Can they? Right? Like, I hear what you're saying in terms of let's conserve energy. This game is a wrap game too. The cadence is Saturday, Monday.
Yeah.
I understand the importance of it, but it's still Saturday, Monday. It's still AD and LeBron.
But there's something about sleeping in your own bed.
Okay.
There's something about having your chef prepare your meals. There's something about that drive that Bron's going to take in, which
is New York. And Kendrick Perkins, before you just shove aside this notion, I ask a rhetorical question and handing it off to you. Would Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant be gone if they had decided to wear Knicks? I appreciate that, Wendy. Touches my heart. You know, as I sat there and I listened to you, I was waiting. I knew that you was going to break it down. I appreciate that. You know, covering the NBA, I knew where you were going. But I was waiting, Wendy. I was waiting for you to bring up my New York Knicks. Because you see, after, not this summer, but as of next summer, Big Perk, Wendy, the New York Knicks are in a position to trim $60 million off of their cap. They'll have enough money. Now, obviously, Giannis would be locked in, and obviously it would involve a trade. And we all know that the Milwaukee Bucks will still have his rights because I think Giannis got 2 years into the player option, and 3 years from now. But I think it's important to point out that the world that we're living in, when the stars want out, they find a way to get out. And so I think about Giannis, and I think about being in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a fabulous city, by the way. But it's interesting that we talk about this because as I look at the Milwaukee franchise, especially how they folded, we're thinking about Budenholzer, most regular season wins, most postseason wins.
What the Warriors did is sustainable. They can play fast, they can make threes, whether they're tired or fresh. The Lakers can play fast, but they're not going to be making threes historically, right? And that's
The
the
Warriors
issue.
are not perfect. They lose focus and they have turnovers. I mean, to me, I see what the Lakers are doing. They're going all to the wall to try to get it to 3-1.
So game 4 is the series.
I guess my thing is like that. We can talk about whether that's a good strategy or not, but do they even have a choice? Like, is this just sort of?
They have to play this way,
Yeah.
especially AD, right? We understand he's playing through some injuries. We understand Bron probably needs surgery. They're playing 40-plus minutes. Bron has been in the playoffs since I was in.
To extend his contract. Now, he has said nothing, but I love Milwaukee and I want to be in Milwaukee. There is no indication he has given that he wouldn't hold Middleton and Lopez. Now, they are into the luxury tax repeater for the first time. They are going to be paying way more money in taxes starting immediately.